John, you smell gorgeous.
I smell gorgeous.
Yeah, what's the smell?
Well, I don't know about that. I'd like to say it's so natural. It's probably over this morning. That's probably what it is.
Love it.
It's good. If I was a bear, I think I'd be able to smell you from 100 miles away.
We did that. It's very kind.
I mean, you've got to be careful about that. Bears smelling you from... So dogs can smell stuff from a long far.
How many bears have
away,
you... Well, how many bears have smelt you?
Well, at the zoo, probably quite a few. But oh my God, imagine that. Imagine bears like there's there's loads more people coming. There's 1,000 more people coming. They're in the car park at the moment eating their sandwiches. All right. Welcome back to Are You Creative? The podcast about creativity in Essex with people from Essex or that live in Essex. They can be born anywhere, as we're going to find out later. We've got another amazing guest here, but I am Nick Kern. I'm creative expert. I'm creative director, so I'm just introducing myself to John now, and also the audience. I am a creative expert, and I'm here with Sangeeta.
Who's not the creative expert, but yes, a year on, I'm learning.
Year and a half.
Year and
more and more. You must be well knowledgeable. We're going to take you down the pub quiz soon, in the creative pub quiz, and see what you know.
Mate, that'd be a losing one.
And we got another amazing guest here, who is...
Well, that's very kind. My name's John Spence.
Don't say where you're from yet, John.
I was Essex.
You are from Essex.
Yeah.
He's Essex.
Essex.
Were you born in Chelmsford? Are you from Writtle or Chelmsford?
No, neither.
Where?
Potter's Bar, Hertfordshire.
Oh, he's not from Essex, but you now live in Essex. You live in
That's
Maldon.
right.
That's it.
You're what do you call it? A muddy? No, what's it called?
No, well, if you're born in... Well, I'm told. If you're born in Maldon, you're classed as a Mudite.
A Mudite, yeah. So you're an honorary Mudite.
Definitely not honourably. No.
No? Have you not rolled in the mud? Have you not done that mud race?
No, a couple of friends have.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of friends have. It's hard work.
Yeah, thanks, man. I have an asthma attack just looking at the photos of it.
I'm built for podcasts, not for doing the Maldon race. Definitely.
Oh, that is amazing. And are you creative?
I've got a part of that. A part of the creative side of the brains there, yeah. A little bit.
So it's a yes or a no answer.
It's a no. I employ creative people.
Oh, love it.
And
Okay.
I don't know if we've had a no before, but let's roll with the
let's
no.
roll
Let's
with
roll
the
with the no.
no,
I love
yeah.
it.
No, don't do that.
So basically, when we start off here, because Sangeeta doesn't know what you do, I know all about you. Sangeeta's going to sort of try and guess what you do. Sangeeta, this one's really, really difficult.
Right, this is
if
a very
you get it,
difficult
you are
one.
going to be so pumped.
Right, okay, so...
What's the limit? How many questions?
No,
I don't even ask questions. I just got to kind of look at you and try and guess.
Yeah, do you know what?
And I've got it right, you know.
I don't let it go on for too long. It
You
gets
get it right all the
boring.
time.
Not all the time. I've got a couple wrong, a couple but we've done 50-odd episodes, so
Yeah.
a couple out of 50 ain't too bad.
Yeah, right. You'll never
My
guess.
stats are good.
You will never, ever, ever guess what John does.
All right, so who John looks like is our Dave at Hotbox. So I got a Hotbox t-shirt on today, so I'm thinking, I know he's a business owner, but is he a bar business owner? Is he a radio business owner? Or now that's a bit I've got to create.
John looks like a businessman.
You are, you definitely look like a businessman.
But what does his business do?
I look old, is what it is.
No, you look like a businessman. Right,
Come on,
okay.
Sangeeta.
So I'm going for it. Hold on. Okay.
I gave you a clue earlier. You missed it, yeah.
Mate.
You might be a bit deflated if you get it wrong.
Why are you laughing in the background? Right, okay.
Sangeeta, this does not make good
please,
listening.
I know. Sorry, listeners. Just one more second. All right, I'm going to go with a presenter of some sort, whether it's in a radio studio.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
It's not correct, but I'll take that.
Yeah, it's got a face for radio. But...
All right,
Go on then, come on,
Come
kill
on,
the
John,
suspense.
tell us what you do.
What is it?
Shall I do it? So I own a inflatable manufacturer.
No, right, no, Sangeeta, John is playing himself down, right? He makes huge, crazy, big inflatables for people.
Not like the monsters we had here, that sort of...
John made the monsters we had here.
No way, all those years ago.
Yeah, in Chelmsford.
Yeah, you did the monster takeover, didn't you?
Yeah, we work with the guys, yeah. We work with Chelmsford Bid.
Oh,
So, Sangeeta, explain what these monsters look like for our listeners.
Oh, right. So these were humongous, bright-looking colours of just monsters-looking things, but nice monsters.
So we had tentacles coming over the sides of buildings,
Oh,
things
God,
with
yeah,
like
they were
5
beautiful.
eyes, big green heads poking up.
And you designed those?
Yeah.
Oh, my days.
I mean, this is
Should've gone for
pretty.
designer.
I know. This is big though, and why I know
This is big.
why I know about John. We're going to talk about the monsters later. My mate Jobby from Come the Glorious Day advertising agency.
Okay.
He did an advert for Squid Game for Netflix, and they made a giant version of this doll. You know, Young-Hee.
That's it.
Isn't it Young-Hee?
Yeah.
Young-Hee.
Well, I pronounce it
Young-Hee.
Young-Hee.
Young-Hee. Yeah. And you actually made that here in Chelmsford.
Yeah.
This giant Squid Game doll.
Well, no, we don't. We don't make it in Chelmsford. We design it in Chelmsford, and then I part own a manufacturer at a factory based in China. So we make it all there, and then we fly it all back, and then we put it all together and we installed it. And
Oh my
Amazing. But-
days! What a hero.
So you unpack these boxes from China, and you're inflating this thing in a big warehouse in Chelmsford.
Yeah.
And suddenly you've got a giant version of the Squid Game doll.
yeah, it's a bit more than that. We know what's coming in those boxes.
Yeah.
There's some SLAs and some making sure that everything's right there. We've got a large team over there. But yeah, in principle, we unpack a box, we get it out, and then that's it. But
Did they send you a photo during the manufacturing? You're just literally like, oh my God, I can't believe they're making this.
Yeah, well, we've got people out there, and we see everything, and it's FaceTime and videos and chats, and it's a daily thing that we check on everything.
Were you a big Squid Game fan?
In between, if I'm honest, I've just finished watching this. They've just brought out a new one, which is it's not the real one where they die.
Yeah.
They've got kind of like ink packs on their chest.
Yeah.
So when they get voted out, they just pretend to die. I've just finished it. It's brilliant.
Do you know what? I wore one of those tracksuits once for a shoot because I
Did
work
you?
in advertising and we were doing a Squid Game thing, and I wore one of the real Squid Game tracksuits. Oh my God, it's so exciting! I couldn't stop taking selfies.
Yeah. It's the music. If like when you're standing underneath the thing for a long time, the music is quite like it's a bit.
What when you're looking at your massive doll? I mean, if I was in a warehouse with that, I think I'd be a bit freaked out.
Yeah. Well, we our next door neighbour in Writtle is Event Sound and Light, and they partner us quite often with stuff.
Oh yes, I've heard of events.
So that they made the track of the noise of the Squid Game girl.
Yeah.
So whenever it come out, and it's a bit eerie at night when it's all lit up. It's a bit eerie.
What's that? Red light, green light. That's it. Red light, green light. Bit in Korean. Where did the doll go? Did it go to Battersea Power Station?
So that was series 2. We've also done series 3 since then as well. But series 2, went on a bit of a tour. It went to, so for the listeners, it was a 15-metre product replica of the girl, basically, and we made it from PVC. So when you then put helium inside it, if it balances out okay, it floats up in the air. So this one was aerial. It went up in the air, and it went on a bit of a tour. It did different spots. I think it was central London, Edinburgh. I think we did Cardiff. I think we did White Hart Lane.
And listen, you had all the guys in the pink suits with the masks on, like carrying it along.
Yeah, well, that would have been your mate's agency.
Yeah.
He would have got that. He would have sorted it out.
I think he was one of them actually. Like they didn't have the budget for a team, but so it's amazing, and this got like massive news coverage, didn't it? Because it made these amazing photos.
Yeah, I think so, but you don't see a 15-metre product replica of Young-Hee floating in the air outside a Spurs game, do you? So,
I love it. It's so exciting. And to think that came from Chelmsford.
Yeah.
That is just phenomenal. I'm just really lost for words at this point. Have you always done this kind of stuff?
No. So when I started work, I actually worked for quite a large. It's an IT company. They make cameras. Canon, you know, the camera guys. So, but they've got different divisions, and one of the divisions was the reprographical, which was photocopiers and printers and stuff. And I worked for them for 20 years.
Oh my God, I was going to say that. Something about graphics.
Hang on.
Yeah,
sorry. So how are these skills transferable from
photocopiers?
Well, this is my backstory. I don't know if it's interesting or not, but I worked there for 21 years, created a career out of it, but just got to a saturation point where you just go, I've had enough now. Offered you redundancy, and eventually I took it. And what I started to do was put together a small business that was able to offer variable voice recognition. So we know that now as Siri.
Right.
Alexa.
Yeah.
But going back 15, 18 years, that was quite pioneering. But through the contacts I had with Canon, that would have made sense. I probably would have made a fortune out of it. But so I had the idea, but I didn't have the money. So I partnered one of my best friends at the time who had a bit of cash.
Yeah.
Got it all set up, ready to go. And that was out of Upminster. And then my business partner at the time, he phoned me up and said, look, I've got this idea, got a small little company. It's air dancers, which are the tall stick guys that flap about in the breeze.
Wacky waving inflatable arm men. Come on, can we all do it? Sangeeta, do your impression of one.
Yeah, that's right. We've got uncanny.
That is pretty. I think that might be the happiest thing in the world.
Yeah,
as an air dancer.
Yeah. So we had a look at it and we bought them. And then the idea was just to turn it quickly, make a couple of quid and get on with it, and then get your head down back into that. Yeah. And I never launched the IT, and I just stuck with the inflatables.
And you're literally still doing air dancers now, aren't you?
Yeah, we own Air Dancer in the UK, so it's one of our products. Yeah.
So wherever you go, and you see, I like the one with the two legs because the two legs one not dances, doesn't it? Yeah, and the other one's just like a stick, isn't it, with arms?
They're brilliant.
I love them.
Well, they were put together in the States, I think, in like the late 70s. It's a clever idea. The idea was for large car dealerships because what they wanted was someone just to get a bit of attention and the eye line's drawn over. And then people go, oh, okay, and then they pop over. That's what it's designed for.
And what? Actually, I saw footage from the Offspring at the O2 this week, and they had about 4 or 8 of them on stage.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, all around them. It looked brilliant.
Yeah, they're a good, affordable product. I think they get a lot of attention. A lot of people buy them. We digitally print them and we change them a little bit to make them a bit more caricature.
Yeah, what's the wackiest wacky waving arm man design you've done? Because I've seen you've got like rock and roll ones, and you've got ones that look like people and stuff. Yeah,
I mean, if you have the stick guy, basically the way it works is that it has to be that shape, and then you digitally print anything onto it. So there's a product called Frubes, I think. So that they kind of ring true to that design. Right. If we then go 3D, they don't move about as much, but we can make anything on the 3D stuff.
Wow,
I love it. Could you make me and Sangeeta like How high is a wacky waving arm person?
So we go up to about 20 foot, about 5 meters.
Whoa, Nick.
Yeah, we've done a few bits over the years for Only Ways Essex. There's a couple of characters there. Gemma Collins, we made one, and we also made Dags, I think his name is. We made one for him.
Oh, Rylan would make a really good one, wouldn't he? You could have a really big bright white strip, like 3M reflective strip.
It's a different product, but we actually just finished making a Rylan Clark.
Oh, no. Wow.
Well, kind of loosely, but it was a bit of a promotion through an agency, and within the design, there was a big face of Rylan Clark. We've got kind of 2 routes to market. We obviously manufacture large stuff. Generally, ours is advertising. That's where we make our money. Right. But we've also got a side bit where we make some funky stuff, and sometimes we rent them. And that's the relationship we have with Chelmsford. So
I love it.
They come to us and we make stuff.
Yeah, I've seen your monsters in other towns now, right?
Yeah, there's other companies who do it as well.
Yeah.
We've not got sole rights to it all, but they pop up quite a bit. Yeah,
well done, Sarah. And Ryan.
It must be crazy, like when you just get these things, you roll them out and then you put the pump on there, these massive things coming out.
Yeah. The more complicated it gets, the bigger it gets, the more risky it gets. So a lot of it's the boring health and safety stuff. Yeah,
talking of health and safety.
Yeah.
I think the first thing I ever saw of yours that I wasn't aware that was from Chelmsford was the Camilla Walala installation.
Oh, wow. You have looked at our website. Wow.
Yeah, listen. I have looked at the website.
I'll do it after. I don't get a chance prior.
I collect all my information. But I saw this at Broadgate Circus when it was there, and we walked around it because I was a big fan of Camilla Walala. I was a big fan
Say it quickly, go on.
Camilla Walala.
Well done.
I was a big fan of Friends with You before that as well, and her thing's quite similar to what they used to do, where they do like these big colourful. It's like Bouncy Castle for adults, really.
Yeah, it's primary colours as well, isn't it? It's like red, yellows, blues.
It's fantastic, greens. Very postmodern art. And I mean, that was in the London Design Festival, and I think it was one of the best things that they've ever had.
Thank you very much.
Oh wow!
But the health and safety nightmare, was that a lot of stuff to fill in?
Health and safety nightmare.
So do you have to turn stuff away because of health and safety, or do you just work around it, find a plan B?
It's the handshakes with Mother Nature. Right, so often what happens with again, we make our money through the agencies. Normally it's like your mate, they come to us with the ideas. and then normally there's a date. There's a live day when it all's got to go, everything's got to go. It's a launch thing or it's a branding thing or whatever it be. If Mother Nature is windy, we can't do it.
Yeah, because there was a big accident once, wasn't there, with that Dream Space? Was it Dream Space? The big sort of coloured tunnels that people could go through, and I think wind blew it away.
Yeah, it's so the inflatable industry is not historically is not a brilliant one, and what you get is a lot of people that have bouncy castles, but they used to run it as a side weekend business rather than actually look. It's a job. It's an industry.
Serious,
And unfortunately, if they don't do their jobs right, if they don't know what they're doing with grounding stuff, you get a situation. There was a young girl in Harlow, I think it was about 10 years ago. She got caught up in a bouncy castle on I think it was on a Saturday. The wind lifted it, took it, and unfortunately the girl passed.
That's so sad.
There's about 3 or 4, I think, in the last 10 years in the UK. And they've now changed it, and they've now made them say, right, you've got to go through this training, you've got to understand the principles. What we do is we apply those principles for play equipment, but we apply it to advertising inflatables. So there's no one jumping on them, there's no one touching them, but we lock it down.
I mean, when you're making do you have to run physics simulations and stuff because you're making really odd shapes and they're very different to a bouncy castle?
Yeah. Everything's all 3D now, and it's it's not like a Porsche in a wind tunnel where you've got to do the you've got to do the wind thing.
I was thinking you had Riddle and you had smoke blowing over them.
But no, clearly we test everything to make sure it's all right. And the theory is, if you know what you're doing, you do it before you start making it.
So you've got, this. I'm fascinated. Basically, Sangeeta, I'm going to ask for a job at the end of this, but just watch how I'm working. Just watch how I'm working.
I'll carry your case for free.
I'm going to get paid in helium. So have you got a 3D studio there? Where you create these 3D models and then you get them signed off by the clients?
Yeah, it depends. We actually like 2D. So we've got, from a creative point of view, we've got. I've got the word creative in there. So we've got 2 designers. One designer background is more of a cartoonist.
Yeah.
So when we get into the characters, that helps us quite a bit. And then we got another guy who's a product designer, really.
Right.
Interestingly, from Hong Kong. He's brilliant. So we if we can, we try and work off 2D.
Yeah.
And we just get the front shot, side shot, because we can control it a lot more and we could be a lot more accurate. What we find
what happens is you're just going back and go, make it bigger. Make it bigger. We can get another 10 foot on that.
That is uncanny. That's exactly what happens between 9 and 10 every day.
I like what you're doing, but make it bigger.
Yeah, that's it. Well, our brand name's Megaflatables.
Yeah.
So
it's like what you've done there is made a super flatable. Make it bigger.
Make it mega. Yeah. It's like who's the guy that he did Pirates of the Caribbean? Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
He had the mega pint, didn't he?
Oh, the mega pint. Yeah. What was that? A pint of wine?
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
I think it was a pint of wine.
So yeah, you. Sorry, I cut you off, but so you get the 2D model done, and then what's the next step on that?
Well, because with AI or 3D, it looks brilliant, but the reality of it is that when you actually make it, and we make an inflatable, so we try and be close to product replica, but sometimes you can't be, and you may be 1 or 2% off. So we generally like the 2D because we can show exactly what the client's going to get. And then when the client signs it off, we then make a product replica of what we've said we're going to make. So
this is a bit what I do in my industry. When I'm doing storyboards, and actually me and Adam were talking about storyboarding the other day, I try and make them as simple as possible. Because if you make something look photorealistic and the client's like, well, I want that, I thought I was going to get that, and I haven't. But you got that layer of imagination.
AI is that's tricky because everybody, you can just talk to AI and you can just get this amazing picture back and you go, right, make that. And it's difficult. You can't. Yeah. The AI sometimes is better than the product could ever be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We had a big problem with that at work where someone more junior had done an AI mock-up and then sold it to the client. And then when the thing got made, the client was like, it doesn't look like that.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly
wow.
Yeah, they bought the dream. But so yeah, sometimes it's better just have a 2D model, have a flat thing.
Well, we think so, and we've had competitors over the years that they try the 3D stuff. You got to be a real expert for 3D. I think you've either got to be really, really sharp, or there's just no point doing it.
Yeah.
So our guys can do 3D, and we work with companies that the clients will give you 3D to start with. But we try. What we want to do is sign off on something that we know we can make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So say you mentioned a Porsche earlier on, right? I've been working on Porsche today, so let's talk about Porsche. So say I've
got a good Porsche story.
Amazing. Well, say like I bring like I say, well, I want a 911, right? I can give you the 3D model of a 911, and then you can like reduce that to how it would work.
Yeah.
as
So
an
we would
inflatable.
the easy way of saying it is if you think of a square and a cube.
Yeah.
Inflatables don't like straight edges, so we would bevel that on the top a little bit.
Yeah.
And so if you then take the Porsche, we would all the angle stuff we like, but anything that's straight edges, we generally round off a little bit.
So no Cybertrucks.
Haven't done one of those.
But I've seen your cars, and actually the trucks looked really good, those big square trucks.
Yeah, they're massive. So they're Arctic lorries, basically, we make. And so they go into big, huge spaces. And it's purely so that the client can show their customers a reference of scale.
Oh, amazing.
Because it's so big. It's like you'd fit like 4 Wembleys in these buildings. They're massive.
Wow.
So they put an Arctic lorry in just to show how bloody big they are.
And it's just a stunt lorry. You just hire it out for architects.
No, so they buy it.
Yeah.
They buy it, so the client buys it. But it's a product replica exactly like, foot for foot. Shall I tell you my Porsche story?
Go on.
This is really good. So years ago, we got a phone call in from a lady that does her business is that she, if you were a billionaire and you had a party and you wanted Beyonce to come and sing at your 50th, you'd go to this lady and she'd source it.
Right.
So all of the artists, she knows loads of famous people. She phoned us up and she said, look, I can't tell you who it is, but I'll tell you. It's a famous guy and he's having his stag party.
Yeah.
And it was one of the Porsche brothers.
Oh, okay.
And the gig was that they were flying in with a group of about 10 of them, and they into Scotland. They were staying at like the best castle on Loch Ness.
Yeah.
And the idea was they'd walk down with a dram of scotch, and then the bagpipes would be blowing, the fog would be passing by, and as they look out on the loch, Nessie would float on past them. So we made I think it was a 15 metre Nessie. And we put it on a pontoon. It was brilliant. We put it on a pontoon. You couldn't have read it. We put it on the pontoon and we went for a trial and everything, and we got smoke machines out there and everything. But Mother Nature being Mother Nature, I was standing, really nice guys, but I was standing kind of about 10 foot back behind them. Just kind of on the shore of the loch, and the wind changed and all the smoke machine went completely the wrong way. Yeah. So what you actually saw was just like an inflatable Nessie just going past them. But they took it really well. They went cheers and had a drink and that was it.
Right, I just wanted to ask because you said that you've got people that you source out work to in different countries. Designers or whatever you've got own.
We part own a factory in China.
So has it made it, I guess, with all the Zooms and technology, it's made it easier now to correspond with people? Yeah,
China, I'm not an expert on China. I've been there a lot, but it changes every year, like massively. So when I first started it out, the communication was a gap.
Yeah.
Now it's everyone, they just adapt to everything. They're completely fluent in everything. One of our designers from Hong Kong, so he speaks as well.
When you look at AliExpress and WeChat and stuff like that, anyway, it does live translation, doesn't it? So you can just chat to people.
Yeah. Everyone's clever, but bright guys. Yeah, very clever people.
Amazing. Yeah. No, I just wanted to know because prior COVID, I was just wondering, how did people go out there and source these people? Like, would it mean that you would have to go to that country to find these type of designers back in those days?
We've also had some dealings with India. We kind of got involved with a family-run setup there because, and the reason is that they hand-painted everything.
Right.
So China was a bit more advanced, digitally print, 3D, wide format, that kind of stuff, whereas the Indian guys were a little bit behind the game and they were hand painting stuff. But the great thing about hand painting stuff, and I'll talk about something else in a minute, but the great thing about hand painting stuff, you get that additional detail, you get the depth, you get the shading. And clients like that. And if they like that, they generally pay a bit more money for it.
Yeah.
So we kind of got involved in that in Hyderabad
right.
For a few years. But COVID killed that relationship.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're going to get onto hand painting in a bit. Don't worry, it's in my journey. Yeah.
Go for it.
We're getting near that at the end, right? Let me just take you back to the wacky waving arm men, right? The sky dancers.
Full circle.
Let's go back to sky dancers, right? How did you move from making sky dancers into making these like big, 3D inflatables?
So, air dancers, sky dancers.
Air dancers.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the same.
What is it?
Wacky wavy guys, whatever.
Wacky waving arm men.
That's it. So the way they work is they have a base on the fan, base and fan on the floor, and then it shoots air straight up through a design and through a tube. And when it leaves the top of the tube or the arms, that's what creates the movement.
Right.
So I looked at it and I thought, from a creative point of view.
Yeah. He looks so proud of himself. He's like a dog that wants a biscuit.
He's proper creative.
So I kind of thought, well, there's only so many you're going to be able to sell. So what if we closed the holes? What if we made it where the air stayed within the product? And then we started to make our own product, which was a 3D, anything really. And it started with Pizza Hut. We kind of made this Pizza Hut guy, and I door knocked onto a guy that owned a franchise of Pizza Hut in Upminster. Luckily, I mean, who knew? But he was one of the first 3 ever franchisers, and he had about 15. And he went, you know what? Great idea. I'll back it, and then if it works, do me a deal. And if it works, I'll then introduce you to all the other people in Pizza Hut.
So what did this look like? What did it look like?
Well, basically, it was just like a 20-foot, so the legs go up, and then we make a 3D character. So we actually had a pizza guy with a pizza hat and a pizza bag. Obviously, Pizza Hut all branded.
Oh, see, look, Domino's is such a powerful brand.
Well, we deal with both.
That's my brand, Domino's, by the way. I do stuff for them.
Yeah, they're great. They're great, actually. And then we had some Velcro panels going down the legs. Now, they were the advertising spots. So the idea of it was, rather than it moving to catch the eyeline attention, it was a big Pizza Hut guy with, buy two, get one free kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we did a pilot, and it was Halloween, linking into the monsters, but it was Halloween in Gidea Park. And the bit that I needed, the stat I needed to go further, was I needed to get what they would typically sell on a Halloween night in Gidea Park, compared with what they would if we put a giant Frankenstein holding a pizza box out.
Yeah.
And the stat come in, and they trebled the volume.
No.
Yeah.
And this was Frankenstein.
It was Frankenstein.
Brilliant.
I mean,
back to Maldon.
We contributed. They probably had a busy night anyway, and we contributed. But we took that stat, rolled that stat out, and then
nice. How many people did you pay to go in and buy a pizza that
night? I mean, a lot of my family. There was friends, college guys,
and it's brilliant. You built the whole business on that.
Yeah, it worked really well.
Oh, I love that.
So that was it, and then we ran like that for a little while. Part of my backstory and part of my history was we got contacted by Dragon's Den.
Yeah.
And we went through a bit of the process of it all, and we ended up going on Dragon's Den.
No way.
Yeah.
What did you inflate in the boardroom?
So I love Dragon's Den.
We took a couple of we called them Megaflatables.
Yeah, you didn't take a massive Duncan Bannatyne head or something.
No, but this is a good story. So like I'm pitching, and the thing about Dragon's Den is that the one thing it's completely edited. It's exactly like probably the X Factor, but because it's business, you think they wouldn't do it, but they do.
Yeah.
But the bit they don't do, and the heart and soul of the program, is that intro bit where people walk in and they pitch for 30 seconds or a minute.
Yeah.
It's live and it's one take.
Yeah.
And that's the bit that everyone goes, oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I did it back in the day where you kind of walk down these steps.
Yeah.
And we pitched. It was the longest pitch in Dragon's Den history. We pitched for 3.5 hours.
What?
Wow.
And it got edited down. We were the last. We went on. It was like, I can't remember what series it was, but there was like 10 episodes. We were the 10th episode. We were the last one on the episode. It was almost like they were
looking down the sofa for some money.
They were embarrassed to put us on, I think. But, maybe had to. But it got completely shrunk down to about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And where we'd got offers from certain people, they edited it round to a different way. But I was standing there. I was very nervous. And Duncan Bannatyne said to me, "Where's the win?"
What?
Exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. Oh,
what?
That's exactly what I said. I went, what? And he went, "Where's the win?" And I stopped. I said, "What?" He went, "Why is there no in? Mega inflatables." And I said, no, it's Megaflatables.
Yeah.
And he went, oh, and he went, oh. He offered us, he gave us an offer in the end.
Yeah.
But the guy that, there's another company called Inflatables. Now, these guys do Bouncy Castle. And
Right.
Essex-based, good firm. And he put a text out saying, look, can't believe it, I've been mentioned on Dragons.
Yes, Megaflatables. Duncan Bannatyne's invested.
Where's it not in?
So what did you actually take in the den? Like, what did you inflate there?
I think we took a couple of air dancers. I think we took a couple of characters that were the Megaflatable guys.
Yeah.
And on the back of that, we got an offer. It didn't pan out. We took Duncan, no, not Duncan Jones, Jones. I can't remember.
Yeah, Peter Jones.
Peter Jones.
Yeah, the lovely big teddy bear man.
Yeah. So we went with Peter Jones, and it didn't quite work out. And I think that's generally quite a common thing with Dragons Den.
Yeah.
So we kind of went on our own. And what we realised from that was that for a couple of days after it went live, we got loads of attention.
Yeah.
And then the next day, not so much. And the next day, not so much. And within a week, it had gone.
Right.
And we were just never going to make enough money. We were never going to sell enough of them. There wasn't the market in the UK. So we basically then said, right, why don't we open it in? We're clever on design. We create some good kind of designs and products and make some good shapes. Why don't we open that up to anything inflatable?
Yeah.
So that's when I went over and I spent quite a bit of time in China. And the key bit with China is China will make you anything.
Yeah.
But if you can find the right family factory and you get lucky, then make you exceptional products.
Wow.
And I got lucky.
How many factories did you actually look at? You know, did people make you stuff? And then, were you like the Dragon's Den then?
Not 9, 10, I think.
Wow.
And so you go through a process where you get samples, and they all make samples, and you just got to get through the chaff and figure it all out. And the key bit is consistency. It's reliability. It's putting a name on a product that people go, do you know what? I loved it so much. I'm going to come back in a couple of years and buy another one. And if you don't offer that and you try and chase the money, you're going to lose.
And how long's your relationship been going with this Chinese factory now?
13 and a half years.
Wow. And do they come to you and say, hey, look, John, we've had a really mad idea. We can actually do this and we can innovate in this space?
Yeah, there's market spaces for all. I mean, it's like everything else. In the inflatable world, there's different factories that specialise in different things. Breaking it down to the basics, you got ones that are sealed air, a beach ball, a lilo on holiday, or something that goes up in the air like the Squid Games girl.
Yeah.
Or you've got things that are fan inflated, that a constant fan is inflating. And they're the ones that we really like, because with those we can cut and we can sew and we could be intricate with the shaping because the air keeps it inflated.
Right.
And that's where the tagline of the business is, if you can think it, we can make it. And
love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
One of my mates had a pint of Guinness one night and he gave it. And that's what we specialise in.
You know, when I look at it and I just think like, I love going to gigs. I'm a heavy metal guy, right? And you know, when you go to these gigs and you see like Iron Maiden will inflate Eddie massively at the back and then take him down, and then they'll have a Spitfire that's inflated coming on stage. And AC/DC have these huge, it's so fun.
Yeah, amazing.
And you get to make these inflatables for live shows as well.
Yeah, well, this kind of links into another route to market that we started the last couple of years. Back in the day, there was a company called Air Artists, and they were based up in Ipswich, and they just were pioneering. And they supplied AC/DC, Elton John back in the day. They made I think it was a 35 metre structure sitting on water for the opening of Disney Paris.
Oh, wow.
But they did Iron Maiden, they did loads of rock stuff. But there were no rules then.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were able to make these amazing structures and just, have them hanging off at the side of something or other.
Yeah.
And if wind didn't blow, it was all right. There wasn't any paperwork.
Yeah. And even if it did, it's fine.
And they made these amazing structures, best in the industry, predominantly in the music industry. And these were high quality stage inflatables.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, the main owner of it, Rob, he decided to retire.
Oh, yeah.
And part of my dream's always been to, how can I take the inflatables where we cut and we sew?
Yeah.
But is it possible we can get it to a point where someone looks at something we make and goes, no, that's not an inflatable.
Yes.
And that's the dream. So we sat down, we had some bottles of wine with Rob,
We see how to.
As you do.
I'm really sorry, it's Beaujolais Day and we haven't even got you anything.
And we basically just, I think he felt my passion of what I wanted to do. And it was such a great brand name but it had fallen asleep for a little while. So we bought the business off him. And over the last 2-3 years, we've really developed our artists. So we've got, in Writtle, we've got quite a large studio now. And this is kind of separate to our core advertising stuff. And what we do with this is we make very complicated art structures.
Yeah.
So in the likes of Camilla, but a lot more detailed. 3D structures, and then we've got a very talented team of painters.
Wow!
And we then hand paint it.
Now I've seen some bands with like things. They look like marble statues in the background and things like that. Yeah. So you're making these, and then you're like hand painting that sort of texture on.
Yeah, fine detail.
And it's crazy because when the camera pans, and you see the drummer playing, and it's right next to him, it really looks like a mega statue.
Yeah, honestly, we're probably starting on our journey on this. We've won some great contracts, and we've done some amazing stuff from that part of the business. There's other companies in the world. There's probably only 2. Quite established, and one's in Europe and one's in the States, and they're probably the ones that have made the modern versions of those.
Is the one in America? I love this stuff, by the way. Is it Cool Shit?
They're one of the companies.
I love Cool Shit. Right, Cool Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry,
cool.
how many times can I say shit in 1 minute? But right, Sangeeta, when you see this, because this is what I was going to ask John about. Cool Shit make like a giant Lionel Richie head, right? Or a giant Kanye West head, and they paint it.
Do you know how long it takes them to make it?
That's what I was gonna.
All night long.
I mean, but they've got to make it harder, faster, stronger, better, haven't they? When I look at this stuff, I'm fascinated by this as well. Didn't the Kardashians made one, didn't they? Travis Scott and stuff.
Absolutely. They're the famous ones.
But the structure, I guess, is fairly simple, and then they airbrush it on to give it the shape.
No. It's not simple at all. This is the thing. So, I've been making inflatables for 15 years, and when we started the studio, kind of 2-3 years ago, the bit that was the hardest thing to do was someone's face.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is that if you want to try and take if you wanted to make a picture of your gorgeous face,
thank you,
we need a lot of time.
A couple years.
No, but that is like the Hello video. That's the Hello video, isn't it, with the clay?
Yeah. But what you do is you take a straight picture. Then you can't just take front, side, back. You need to go. You need dozens and dozens to create the 3D profile. Now, probably your phone now can do the 3D shot, but to then make the nose, the lips, the ears, to make those 3D structures is incredibly complicated.
Yeah.
Right.
So they did really well. We've now taken, I think what we're making now over the next 6 months, I think we will be the only company in the world that will make the detail that we're making. I don't think even the guys that are doing it can do what we do.
So when you're looking at 3D,
it here first.
It's proper kit. It's proper good.
I love. Can I just nerd out for a minute, right? So when you're looking at 3D models, right, you're talking about the number of polygons you've got in the mesh, right?
Yeah.
So Sangeeta, just about remember what Tomb Raider's boobs used to look like, right? They were spiky boobs. Like that'd be like four polygons. Because people laugh about that, don't they? They're like, I can't believe people got excited about these boobs like back in the day. But now, you're getting more and more polygons. And is that how you sort of look at your models?
We made. Do you know the band Scissor Sisters?
Yeah.
So we make the stuff for those guys, and they are geniuses, but mad as a box of frogs. And we made some boobs.
Yeah.
For their stage, they've got some boobs that they've just done a world tour on.
And how many polygons were involved in it? But is this, when you're looking at how complicated it becomes, you think about how many panels it is or how you're shaping it?
No, not so much. So what we try and do is get it to as I said, a 2D design. If we can get that 2D design approved, that makes the process from a sale point of view fairly easy. And from a client engaging point of view fairly easy. And then the difficulty bit is how the hell do we make it? And that's where the relationship with the factory comes in, because we're able to take that 2D or 3D, pass it through a bit of our design process, but then basically onto the guys. And the guys there will then backtrack it all out to, it's going back to how people and seamstress used to make coats. You get into the cut of the panel and the thing. We're doing something at the moment where we're doing some tattoos on arms. So what we're having to do is we're almost going backwards. We have to create the design, get the approval for the design and the shape, which then gives us our cutting guides.
Yeah.
And then once we've got the cutting guides, we can then create flat artwork for the tattoos. And then put it all back together. So it's
it's a bit like, you know, if I make a 3D model and you do the mesh that goes on it and that's flat.
That's exactly what it is.
It's like a net shape.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Amazing. And what is Chinese for make it bigger?
I don't know. I don't know.
I just think you're on the
That's what
Zoom.
it is. It's sign language.
You're on Zoom
Bigger,
call just shouting,
bigger.
make it bigger, make it bigger.
Later on tonight, I'm going to go, I should have said that. I should have said that.
So you've obviously enjoyed what you do. How long does it? If I said to you, if I were famous and I'm like a Kim Kardashian,
Any more famous?
any more
Yeah,
famous? No. If I were to give you something to say, I don't know, I want to blow up of Nick Dunn. How long would that take you?
So we basically offer 2 flavours.
Right.
The first bit is if we're doing advertising products. So if we're literally going, okay, we put it all together and we digitally print it, from design approval to delivery, we're 14 days.
What?
Yeah.
Hang on, and that's shipping as well?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So Sangeeta, I know you're thinking about me for Christmas.
Oh, it's got to be.
And you're
innit?
going to be like, how can I make a 35 metre Nick's head?
We need to talk.
Be like, Nick, I've always thought you're a bit of a big head. 14 days, that is incredible.
that is
I mean, but it's funny because, you know, because I work in advertising and actually sometimes you spend so long selling an idea to a client that you run out of time.
Time's our biggest problem.
And then to say to someone, time's not an issue. We've got 14 days. We can actually design it, get it installed.
It's become 14 days because of the advertising world. Because
Yeah.
clients come in and go, right, I've greenlit that, I've got that idea, I want that, and it's in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So you go, right, and then the advertising agency works with them for the week to try and get to that point, and then we're given a very fine time. I mean, we've got it so good now that DHL's a big partner for us. We fly everything from China. And one of my biggest bills each month is that I pay to a charity to offset our carbon footprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we pay for trees to be installed and things like
Oh,
that.
man.
But they're all inflatable.
Yeah.
And also, John's now got a Megaflatables blimp that comes across from China. What is
a Megaflatable jet.
Right, surely the dream for Megaflatables, right? When you start this, is like something like the Macy's Thanksgiving parade, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, what is your dream? What's like the biggest thing you'd like to make, or where do you like to see your work?
So parades we do anyway. We're sole supplier to. Our probably strongest relationship is we do the New Year's Day parade in London.
Oh, amazing!
And we also do it in Rome each year, and I have done for a decade.
Wow.
They're friends of ours. We make some big stuff. That's probably the closest to the Macy's Day parade as you can get.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's because the Macy's route is straight, and they've got big wide streets.
Yeah.
And they've got nothing above them, so they can make some big arse inflatables.
Yes.
In London at Christmas, you got the Christmas lights.
Yeah.
You're limited to what you can do. We just finished this year Lord Mayor's. We do a lot for the Lord Mayor's, which is the oldest parade in the world.
Yeah.
1050 or something that started that
Whoa.
parade. Yeah, unbelievable. So we do all the helium work for them each year. And we last year we got awarded as a partner for Pride in London. That was a big thing for us.
Yeah.
That's a
Amazing.
big one.
Yeah.
So parades, I'm done, if I'm honest.
You've completed it. I've completed it, mate. Don't worry.
I'm
Yeah.
not feeling that. I don't know. I'd like to make something that goes viral.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think we're going to do it through the studio.
Yeah.
I think we work with some...
Do you know that I'm the viral master?
Is that right?
Talking to the right guy.
Oh, we can do this.
See, I told you
this.
I told you I was going to get a job by the end of this.
I'll just send you all the likes, yeah?
Yeah.
When you post them out.
And what's really interesting, actually, like when I was looking through your website, you've actually done quite a lot of art because I was looking at the Camilla Walala thing.
Yeah.
But you've done David Shrigley.
Yeah.
You did his big thumb and you did the funny face swan.
Anybody that will actually listen to me, I will always say the most famous person I've got on my phone is David Shrigley.
I'm such a huge fan.
Oh,
I can't, but you know, we're talking about art and creativity here. David Shrigley is just such a genius of simplicity. And I think when I saw the swans you'd done, you captured exactly everything that was funny in the shape You know, because sometimes when you scale stuff up, it loses its soul, it loses its
exactly.
thing. But the shape was just perfect.
So we've worked with everything really. I think he's done the thumb. I thought we did really good because we made the thumb because that was on.
Sorry, I've just got to say, this thumb, right? It's just not a normal thumb. It's like a thumbs up, but it was on the fourth plinth in Trafalgar Square. But it was a big marble thumb. But the actual thumb was really, really long, and it looks so funny. Really, really long thumb.
Disproportional, isn't it?
Yeah. Really, really long. It's like a big giraffe's neck of a thumb coming out of it. But you, why did you make an inflatable version? Because the original was marble, wasn't it?
I think I might be wrong, but I think the original was bronze.
Oh yeah. Sorry, you are right. Yeah, it was bronze. Yeah, much easier to work with than marble.
So we made a it was the thumb and it was the hand, but we printed it to make it look like a bronze effect, and that went on a tour in Japan, I think.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, do you know what I really love as well? Sorry, just talking about inflatable wheels. I'm a big fan of Florentine Hoffman, who made the big inflatable rubber ducky.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, like, and actually now, I think in Hong Kong, they've got an inflatable Fiesta Flotilla, where they've got Doraemon, and they've got a Labubu doll, and they've got Elmo and stuff like that.
I've seen them, yeah.
It's so
It does
fun.
look good.
With the artist cores as well.
Yeah.
So, artists, and actually, when Jay-Z played in Chelmsford, he had a massive inflatable Jeff Koons dog, didn't he?
Yeah, we've never done it. I've never done it directly for the Coons guys, but we have made a Coons dog on an arch before for a dog charity.
Amazing.
Which is pretty good. But we do a lot of work with artists now, and actually that's kind of where I get a bit of pleasure from it, because it is creative. But it is though.
That was a hat trick.
Bosh.
They're the sort of things you just can't help but smile when you look at them. Like you must spread so much joy around the world, you know, when people see your stuff.
I think it's a kid thing. I think, like, I remember the first time I ever saw one, you smile. And anybody that kind of comes in our place and has a look at it, customers come in and they go, they love it. And they ask all the questions and you go, all right, yeah, okay, I'm making inflatables, yeah. The worst thing is when I'm with my missus, when we go to a wedding or something like that, like, you know, when you go around the table and everyone says, what do you do? What do you do? I dread it. Because they just go, what do you do? You go, I make advertising inflatables. And then everyone just stops and goes, right, well, I've got 25 questions for you.
I was at a wedding like that once, and some bloke said he run an exotic zoo where he rents snakes out for videos, and I was like, what? And then I just spent 2 hours quizzing him about stuff. Yeah, he'd provided the python for Britney Spears, like the albino python.
See,
and
that's
things like
interesting,
that.
isn't it? Toxic, but interesting. Okay.
I love this guy, Nick.
Right, let's rewind. So we were talking about art. You know, like, and you just mentioned an artist's name?
Yeah, we'll work with a few, obviously, Dave Shrigley, Camilla, but one of my favourites is a guy called Jason Wilshire Mills.
Yeah.
He's a disabled artist from the Midlands, brilliant sense of humour, and he's just funky. He basically started off by saying, right, I'm, and forgive me, Jason, if I got this wrong, but I'm in a wheelchair. This is how I think about things. This is what I would like to look like. And he makes these amazing characters that are tattooed and they've got piercings and they've got attitude. And then as he's grown and as he's got a following, he now sits with disabled children and they each create a patch. So then when we make these things, one of the challenges at the time where we have a deadline for it, and one of the last bits of the ingredients is we get 20 or 30 different images where these kids have created these things, and we have to turn those into high resolution print files, get it on and get it done. But he's been brilliant. He's just been it's just won I think it's an OBE.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
And where do they exhibit these?
He's now at a point where with like David Shrigley, where locations will pay them to put their kit in. So his form of art is inflatables. He does inflatables.
It's crazy though. You think like back in the day, you know, like
it's funky,
Absolutely.
proper funky.
you know, you'd be like carving David, you know, out of marble.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably like, I'll be back with you 10 years time or something.
Yeah.
But now like, artists must love it because they can make something so large scale and so visually impactful.
Yeah.
In 14 days for, I mean, I don't know how much you are, but it must be much cheaper than marble.
So one of the studio that we've got where we hand paint everything and linking it into the music where it goes on stage. If you're Beyonce and if you want, I don't know, like a weird head thing, and you're doing a world tour, that will work out that weird head thing that might be made from porcelain has got to be taken to all these locations over all these days.
Yeah.
So you're talking £1 million, £2 million just in logistics.
Yeah, and if you drop a porcelain head, uh-oh.
This has been one of the best bodies.
No, I had to get John back.
That's it. Well, that's it. We're stopped now, aren't we? We're stopped.
Yeah, but
compare that to a cost of an inflatable.
Yeah.
But with the stage
yeah.
inflatables as well, because I know like part of the thing is they have to make them inflate and deflate really quickly and be able to pack them down.
Yeah,
Exactly
that's a point.
Yeah, exactly that. And that's just zipped. That's
Yeah.
just it's power to get it up quick.
Yeah.
And it's just zips to get it back down.
I think I just want to say, wow, you're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And it's your humbleness that has really kind of got to me to think you do all these wonderful things.
I have to tell you, people who
Wow.
would not agree with you. They strongly would not agree.
Well, I'm grateful for the humbleness tonight.
Do you know what is life as a creative, right? It always takes like two people. You've got to have one person to have the idea and you've got to have another person to facilitate the idea and to just take it on and be like, yeah,
It's doable.
come on, we can do that.
Well, you asked right at the beginning if I was a creative person. I said no.
Yeah.
And the reason I think I'm not a creative person is that I employ people that are creative. And I can see that. And I see it on a daily basis because it's the different side of the brain.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they like, oh, you won't believe what John's just said yes to, and then we've got to make it happen.
They're the best people.
Yeah.
They're the most problematic people.
Yeah.
And I can't explain to you why.
Yeah.
But it's so nice when you get something and you go, I'm thinking of that. I know there's going to be weeks before we get there. And when you finish it and you take a step back and you look at it and you've achieved something.
Yes. Yeah.
And that gives some sort of balance sometimes,
of
I think.
course.
I love it when you give someone a task and it comes back better than it was in your head as well. Like, it's just such a joy.
Yeah.
You know, like I pretty much spend my whole time trying to make big inflatable things and no one ever buys one. So like, you know, maybe now I've got the connection.
Let's go viral. Let's go
I can be
viral.
like, I can ring him right now. I can ring him right now. Shall I ring him right now?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Don't forget to send me his number, yeah, because I want to ring him right now. And
Yeah. Do you know what? If I had more money, I would like now commission a huge Sangita head just to prank her and put it outside her house so she comes out one day.
Don't.
Be so good.
That's amazing. To think of it, there is one. I can't even remember the road, but it's outside a shop, a little blue man thing.
Yeah,
that goes like that.
it's next to the Salvation Army, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, I know. That's the guys. That's the carpet guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's the carpet
Yeah.
guys.
Yes,
So this is probably not a great story. So we used to supply them, but we ended up being a bit too much money.
Okay.
Right.
So they
had to go Primark.
They went private. But occasionally you see him, he's like a man down. He's a little bit injured. And then he just pops up again. Yeah.
But no, it's just checking the underlay.
That's good. That's good.
But yes, that's the kind. Now every time I look at that, I'm going to think of you.
And there you go, right? I mean, I know we didn't make that one, but there you go.
yeah.
You noticed the business,
Absolutely.
because you got some weird blue thing just floating
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
Well, to be fair-
we had an air dancer, air dancers, right?
I do.
Oh yeah, we had a big neon one once for an advertising campaign I did, and we had sale written down the front of it, but the letters kept falling off. They kept bursting off. Yeah, it was like a fat guy where it'd be like every time we went up, one of the letters would fall off, so it said A-L. And
You got people turning up for beer.
it was a nightmare. I guess you got to print it on, really. You can't like stick
Yeah,
letters
I mean,
on.
you're going back 15 years where people would, you know, when you used to go to a copy centre and you'd have a T-shirt and you'd get a sticker.
Yeah.
That's how it used to be done. They'd hot iron it on.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's where I'm at the minute with the T-shirt.
Yeah, that's
printed.
full circle back to the reprographics expert. There,
Yeah,
with
exactly.
photocopying
Yeah,
machine.
exactly.
I love it.
You know, I'm really fascinated with the airbrushing, right? You know, one of my friends was really big into like carnival rides and stuff, and you know, like looking at how people are doing the airbrushing on those and freestyling it and stuff like that. That's a totally different skill to 3D making 3D models.
It's an unbelievable, and so we're very, very lucky. We've got some very talented people, very creative. We've got some very.
That's fine.
Yeah, but we have genuinely got in our studio incredibly creative people.
And they're specialists of coming.
100%.
Yeah.
So, common background of them, especially the head of the studio, she's amazing. But her background is that she would be doing these funky displays for kind of festivals,
and
where you'd walk in a festival and it would be like peace and harmony, and you'd see these amazing
murals,
art.
murals,
but incredibly complex. And I thought, if she painting 3D inflatables, there's no one that does that,
right?
So whoever you're going to employ to start with hasn't painted a 3D inflatable.
And instantly they're the number one expert in the country.
But, she's been doing it for 3 years.
Yeah.
So how good's she now?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a skill, and the way that we actually do it is that we take something and it's white.
Yeah.
So we start with a completely neutral colour, and then we build it up. So it's a bit like it's a bit like a lady's face where you put that layer of build up of makeup.
Yeah.
And then you get to the bit, so we digitally map it on.
Yeah.
And it's all planned, but it's incredibly creative.
So I love it when, if you go to a film set or something and you see like a marble column and you're like, oh my God, that's wood.
Yeah.
But you just can't believe it till you touch it. And, it feels like that.
Yeah, that's the bit we tried to get to, yeah.
I went to a Jeff Koons exhibition and the opposite was it was made to look like inflatables, but it's actually solid aluminium.
Oh, okay. Right?
and you kind of want to touch you kind of want to touch it because you can't believe it's not an inflatable.
I mean, how well was that dude done? Like, he's just drawn a funky dog and patterned it as a coon dog. How well was that?
Well, he's done a lot more art than that. I'm a big Jeff Koons fan. Yeah. If you go to Bilbao, he's got a huge dog made out of flowers.
Has he?
Wow.
Yeah, outside the Guggenheim Museum.
There you go.
He's got a very, very good statue of Michael Jackson and Bubbles the chimp.
Really?
And he's got an extremely hardcore photo set of him and his wife, Lolita, I think he was married to. No, Chiculina.
On that note.
No, Chiculina, not Lolita. But he's done lots of crazy stuff.
Sounds like that ABBA song.
Sagit, we've got to finish now.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah, I know. It's so good. Do you know what? All I want to do is just have John and just phone him and say, John, could you make that? How big could you make it? Can you make it bigger?
Well, I mean, let me be clear. The answer is yes.
Yeah. And also, I just want to phone John up and say, John, what are you doing today? What are you making today?
Oh.
Come on, let me know.
I'd love to tell you what we were doing today. We've done a couple of bits and bobs today, but non-disclosures nowadays.
I know.
yeah.
It's fair enough. But just making Rylan's head look less like Rylan.
Rylan said, I'll send you some pictures of what we're doing once we're allowed. And then hopefully you'll remember me and you'll go, that's
I'm not
pretty
forgetting you, John. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Sangeet, what are you going to make? What big inflatable are you going to make?
Oh, the world's my oyster.
Massive
massive
Lucasade.
Massive Lucasade. Well, I don't do Lucasade, but I know you want one. So we'll have to maybe do a massive inflatable.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a 40-foot toaster with toast balloons flying out the top of it, and we're going to put it in Oaklands Park because Colonel Crompton needs to beat Marconi.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
exactly. We're going to do that. I've got some more toaster news for you as well. But fantastic. I am going to try my hardest for the rest of my career. I don't know how many more years I've got left in me, but I'm going to try and get John a project with John, and I'm going to get him to make the biggest, craziest thing he's ever made.
Saying goodbyes.
Yeah, I've got to say thank you to Adam Whitaker and Lorca Media Studio for such a brilliant space. I think we could.
He laughed at your jokes twice, you know.
For once.
Do you know
that's because you was here.
It's a hard one laugh, which makes it all much more worth it. You know, like people that laugh at anything.
Yeah.
You know, that's all right. But like, if you get a hard one laugh, if I hear him over the headphones,
you know you've done it.
Banging. Yeah, exactly. He does laugh more as it goes on as well. So I think it might be with whatever he's drinking. His laughing potion. Thank you, Adam, for making us sounding amazing. Thank you, Sangeeta.
Thank you, Nick.
Oh, no pleasure. No problem.
Cut off.
Yeah, no pleasure. Of course, no pleasure at all. And thank you very much, John, for coming.
I really enjoyed it. Thanks.
Thank you,
and please remember, you can subscribe to us on Instagram at r.u.creative.podcast. Send us questions. No one ever does. And listen, we've had so many good guests this year. We're going to have a wrap up at the end of the year.
We are, yeah.
And we're going to discuss everyone. And let us know who you've enjoyed listening to.
Don't forget, it's Megaflatables.
I was going to say, can you plug who you are?
Well,
there's no in.
There's no in.
It's at megaflatables.com. Well, yeah. Well, it's www.megaflatables.com and at megaflatables.
I think it's Megaflatables 1.
1?
I tried it the first time and got it wrong. So it was a long time ago. I put a 1 after it.
I love this
True
guy.
stick.
Here we go. It sounds like a spaceship, doesn't it? Megaflatable 1 out.
That's it. That'll do. Perfect.